if you're watching this, I might say something funny or not funny towards the end of the hike, but check out this view. Unreal. Unreal, dude. Time to vlog. Okay, so out here at Wilder State Ranch, and the cows are gone, the cattle, and all that's left is some green grass, because they definitely fertilize this place. Look at that, so green. This place got so green overnight. We had like maybe 2 good rains and some fog, some heavy marine layer, and it's pretty green out here. I think that's a good sign. Hopefully it rains more this quarter, but not too far from the coast. It's like right there. It's like right over there. But I'll take a video when I get into the woods. Okay, so now I'm in the forest, and there's a creek here. A little like gate. There's a creek. It should go all the way down to the coast, but I'm pretty sure it wells up for the farmers to use. Not sure where, but up this little hill right here, and then it takes me straight down to the coastline. So, catch you later. Woo! So I made it out of the Wilder State Ranch. We're out of the perimeter. I'm on the inside. Let's go. Look at that. Look at that. Damn. Whew. Look at this. The whole Pacific Ocean right there. Right over there in the middle of the bay. I think it's the continent's largest deep sea canyon. Right, the Monterey Bay. There's that canyon that runs in the middle. But anyway, I'm up here. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. They got the music in the back. Doesn't get any better. Doesn't get any better. Don't do your hair. Come on, go with me. And I'm going up there, baby. Chee-hoo! We have a fallen soldier. Little lizard. No. Rest in peace, brother. It's a boy, by the way. Has a blue on the underbelly. So. Look at this. I'm going up there to the overlook. God, I'm so fucking cool. Just kidding. This is lit though. This is awesome. Gotta do this more. Come out here. All right, so I came out here on a hike. Anyway, came out for a hike, right? Wilder State Ranch. Went to the, well, first I was like, well, I'm gonna hike into the woods. But then I was like, no, I can hike out of the woods and go into the grasslands and go up on the hills. So I did that, and then I ended up taking the Wilder Ridge Loop Trail, which takes you up to the Long Gray Trail. I think that's what it was called. Anyway, did some journaling. I met a couple that came up here that was already here at this table. as I'm walking up here, right, I'm walking towards the left side of this table, and the wife of this older couple, the wife, she's stretching out. She's getting her old lady, but strong old lady limbs, you know, getting stretched out. She's moving them, getting herself ready for the hike back. And then she's like, "Oh, honey, I think we have a visitor." And I realize, I'm like, wait, I think she's talking to her husband, who's probably like taking a shit or a piss in the bushes. So she's like, "Oh, he's taking a bathroom break." And I'm like, "Oh." So I turned to my right side, and I just started walking towards to the bushes. It was kind of funny, kind of laughed at it. And then they ended up talking, and then they ended up talking to me, and we were talking about how, oh, like he asked me why I was wearing my weighted vest, and I was like, oh, I just wear it because I'm, you know, trying to get better at my endurance for like longer trails and stuff when I go out backpacking. And I told him, like, I want to do triathlons, and at some point in my life I want to do an Ironman. And he was like, oh, he's like, I used to do triathlons, and I could tell this motherfucker was hard. This is a hard motherfucker right here. He had some of those old man legs that you could tell when someone has that old man strength, and that motherfucker had it for sure. And we talked about that, and I was like, oh, he asked me where I'm studying. I'm like, oh, Santa Cruz, I'm studying biology. And then I'm like, oh, I'm from Texas, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, hell yeah. And I was like, that's what I'm fucking talking about. Texas, motherfucker. Ain't no California, aight. Texas, where it's at. Lone Star motherfucking state. But yeah, I don't know, I was out here, and I was thinking about it, Ella, that, you know, when you're out here, there's no fucking gossip. There's no over-stressing about your study, because that's all you gotta worry about. No, you just listen, you observe, you think, you let your thoughts wander, you know? And I know you take your walks, Ella, but this is a better walk. This is a fucking better walk, because you get to see everything. I'm literally looking at Monterey Bay, most likely on the other side. What is that? Other side, Carmel by the Sea, right? Or whatever it is. The golf course is at. Big Sur. And I'm out here on the edge of the Pacific Ocean. I told Elsa, the housing office coordinator at Oaks, I'm like, oh, I mean, think about it. Like, you're on the edge of literally on the edge of the continent. When you see the Pacific Ocean, like when you're up here on this hill, I'm looking at the edge of the continent, North America. At a part of it, at least. Like, isn't that mind-blowing? Like, somewhere out there, there's a fucking massive herd of whales, and they're seeing it from a different perspective. I'm up here on land. I'm a terrestrial animal looking at that. It's like, it doesn't get any better. But had waffles for breakfast. Blue waffles, no, but pumpkin waffles, yes. Next time I'm gonna bring my own stuff, because I can make better waffles. Ella and Riley and whoever else is gonna be there, Davion, Derek, they deserve some better waffles. I was thinking fried chicken and waffles, and then have some mimosas, because it was basically brunch at that point. The fucking invite was late. They changed the plan. Y'all changed the plans fucking quick. Anyway, so I woke up early, right? And then I go back. I got food at the dining hall. Then went back to my room, did some laundry, did some chores, got a little bit of work done. And then I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna take a nap before I go over to Ella and Riley's. So I'm taking a nap on my beanbag, door wide open, like I'm usually doing, you know, with door wide open, red flag. And some of my residents are walking by, and I could hear them like talking, and they're like, oh, he's asleep, like, oh my God. And one of them was like, oh my God, he's so cute when he sleeps. And I was like, it's like looking around, you know? When I opened, I was like, who the fuck said that, you know? And I don't know, I kind of liked it. I was like, see, people admire me. I'm pretty fucking cool, you know? But I thought it was kind of weird at the same time. Like, motherfucker, don't be looking at me when I'm sleeping. I mean, I know the door's wide open, just leave me alone. And they kept walking, they kept giggling and saying shit. And I'm like, yo, I'm literally just asleep. So I ended up waking up. I had a cool dream with my homie Dallin in it. Dallin was like ordering a burger at a burger stand, and he was young. It was like middle school version of Dallin. and like I was my older version, like present self, and we were like at this burger stand in the woods, and he's like, Wyatt, go get your order, and they called out his number. They called Wyatt's number out, and then Dallin was like showing him, like guiding him, like over there, and I was like, that's the big brother moment that, like, I don't know, made me proud to see. I'm like, that's my homie right there, and that's the guy I grew up with. That's the brother that I had still have for fucking years to come. And I woke up with that, like, I don't know, just positive energy. You're like, oh, that was a good dream. And shout out to Dallin. Dude, this view is for you, dude. This view is for you. But anyway, went over to their place, got waffles. What else happened? Yeah, so I'm out here, you know, I'm thinking about it, and there's fucking none of that shit. It helps you just relax. These are the days that you need. I mean, I could do this 7 days a week, but I don't know. Something about it. It's better than schoolwork, as of currently. But I'm grinding. I'm grinding still. I have a few quotes here. I gotta read them. I know Ella likes her quotes from me, because I'm pretty motivational. Just give me a second. I got so many, that's why. I got so many. I got one right here. When you're young, everyday life fades like a morning's dream. Live like it's the best dream with the best version of yourself. Oh, it was all right. I got one right here. These are some solid ones right here. Train your body through your mind, and your mind will triumph every battle of everyday life. Glory to your name, glory to your presence, glory to your goals, is fancified greed for recognition of heroic deeds. I'll catch you guys later. I have 11% on this motherfucking battery, so let's go. I'm gonna get a good one out here. Here we go. For Kainoa. That made me cough. Yeah, we out here. Woo! Sunset. Coast of California, baby. Look at that. The moon, sunset, unreal. Oh my god. Look what I found. Found a snake. Look at that. Hey, buddy. Okay. So, just got back from my hike. I had the 20-pound vest, and then the backpack. I almost got lost in the woods. So here's the front view. Here's the back. And then here's no shirt. I got scraped up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I almost got lost in the woods. Okay, so let me explain how I got lost in the woods. So, well, first of all, shout out, I'm not sponsored. I'm not sponsored by 511 Tactical. I don't know if you can see it, but fuck. Look at this shirt. It's got the space astronaut soldier, the fucking unit right there. Anyway, so what happened was, you know, I go for my hike after I had waffles or whatever, and I plan to hike for Sundays. I always plan my hikes on Sundays so that it starts my week off right. So I get some good rest on Sunday, wake up in the Monday morning feeling good. So anyway, I go out for my hike, go to the Wilder State Ranch. I end up adding like another 3 miles to my original 5-mile plan. And then I go to the Overlook, I meet that older couple, and then on my way back, I didn't really time it right, and I knew it was gonna be dark, so I was like, okay, well, I can bring my headlamp, I have my flashlight on my phone also. And what happens is, as I'm coming up the trail, where I crossed over the gulch, the sun had already set, and I think somewhere like towards the end of the video, before I make that the video of me in my room taking off my stuff, and like going over what happened, you can see that it's getting really dark in there. And so what happens is I get to I think I have like 30% on my battery, 30% battery on my phone. But what happened was the whole time my phone was on, and my phone is like, it's a lot older. That's an iPhone 8, it's a shitty battery right now, and the thing died on me, like practically. So I turned it back on, and it went down to like 1% battery, and I was like, you're fucking joking. So I told myself, this is gotta be the strongest 1% of my life. And for some reason, iPhones always have the strongest 1%. And I opened my All Trails app. So it's an app that has like all the trails around your area, and like honestly, like it's probably the best app you can use for hiking. And I checked to see like exactly if I'm in the exact same spot where I crossed over, and I thought I was, and I didn't want to risk like looking at the map too long. So I make a executive decision, and I go for it. So I cross over the gulch, and I go down into it, and it's dark, and I'm like, fuck this. I grab my headlamp's dead. I'm like, that's fucked. So I'm like, okay, I got 1% battery on my phone. Turn the flashlight on. I'm gonna be like sending it all the way down this gulch. I end up sliding all the way down because I need to make time, because I don't want to be stuck in there, and it's pitch black. When I say pitch black, like I can't even see my hand in front of me, and the only thing you could see really was like in the distance, kind of like the light breaking through, like here and there from like the canopy, and that was a ways up, because this is a gulch, so it's like 2 steep ravines, and I make it down to the bottom, but on the way down I like overextended my hip. My hip got stuck, my whole leg got stuck on a tree, and as I was sliding down, it like my whole leg went like out that way, like 90 degrees, and it went too fast. And I was like, shit, so I gotta be more careful. So on the way up, I'm fucking climbing. I'm like, I'm not panicking, but I'm like, I gotta make this quick. My phone battery is still 1%, the flashlight's on, and I make it up halfway. I sit down, take a little breath, take a little break, get some water inside my system, you know? Gotta make sure you stay hydrated. And it was the last of my water, and so I said, this is the final stand right here. And as I'm like turning and putting my water bottle back in my backpack, the phone dies, and no flashlights. I'm like, fuck. So I end up just like climbing, just hands deep in the fucking dirt, and I start climbing up. And I finally make it out, but I realize I'm not even close to the trailhead. Like, where I went down was not the same place that I came up at the beginning of the hike. And I was on the rancher. There's a ranch just below the place that I started, and I happened to be on his service road. And so I was like, fuck that. So I had to keep going. I kept moving north for like another like 1/8 of a mile or so. And I get to the cattle gate, and I'm like, okay, I'm here. I finally made it. I'm like, stress-free, blah, 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 it's done. I get to the cattle gate, and I'm grabbing the gate. Right as I grab it, I just grab a handful of grease. And this rancher, this motherfucker, he put grease all over the railings. And I've seen it before. They used to do it out back in, you know, where I come from. And they do all different types of things, but it's just so that people don't jump over the gates, you know, like they grab that shit and it makes them, it's a deterrent to like people trespassing on their property. And I was like, this guy thinks he's slick. So I was kind of pissed I already went through some bullshit, and so I grabbed a bunch of dirt and I just friction rubbed that shit right out of my hands, and it all came off. And then I threw my backpack over, and then I crawled underneath the gate, and then I eventually made it back up to campus. But that shit was so tough. It was just one of those last minute like moments where I said, you know, I could have hiked another like 2 miles to on a trail that would have gotten me to the same exact spot, but I made an executive decision to just go for it and cross the gulch. So lesson learned, if you're gonna send it, just fucking send it, and always have a shit ton of backup batteries. But now I know. I'll be back out there soon enough, with some friends hopefully, and maybe Luke and Jose, but we'll see. Catch you guys later.